Alright guys, so yesterday I showed you a run of the Fire Knight in 35 seconds. Today we're going to attempt the Ice Golem. We want to see how fast we can get in here as well. We're going to go over these champions. We're going to go over a run itself, but it's going to be a lot faster than yesterday because it's almost all the same champs. All that said, let's jump right into the video. Before we get to the champions, let me remind you guys that I stream on Friday nights, which means that tonight we'll be live on Twitch for some gem giveaways. On top of that, we'll be doing some gift code giveaways for Summoner's Glory, the only game that I know of that has a summoning system that actually rewards you if you help out other players or if other players help you out. And they're about to have a huge update on the game, which will add a lot of quality of life improvements, so it is the perfect time to start playing. Alright, so here we go with the champion builds. First, Lydia has not changed since yesterday. It is full speed ahead. You do have a very high speed requirement. The masteries have also not changed. We do have a Gerbtuck, however, which was in this build, which needs to be very, very slow. As you'll see in the run, he does not take a turn until the Ice Golem itself. I would also suggest that you consider putting a shield set on this guy because you have to mitigate some damage for your Septimus. So the stats right here don't matter that much. I would say enough defense and health points to take some of that damage because we're using some of these masteries here like Selfless Defender and Bulwark. All right, so that is to protect your Septimus. He is going to take like 2 hits, and if you don't have those masteries on 1, 2, or maybe even 3 champions, chances are your Septimus is going to die. The skills are not done on my Gerbtuck, and as I said, he needs to be really slow, so he literally has no boots, and I tried to find some gear that had like almost no speed on it. Then we're going to do our Septimus here, which has some pieces from the Cold Hearts. He's a work in progress. I would suppose it would be even better if my champion here had like, 270% crit damage. Unfortunately, I don't quite have that yet with a Savage set. I try to make it work with like crit rate gloves because that's all I have left on my account. And then we have 2 pieces of Cruel here. This could be crit damage, all right? So it would work. Before this, we do have an attack banner and we have attack percent boots. I think that's a crucial part here, is that you want this guy to hit extremely hard, so we have almost 6k attack. I've tried him in full Cruel as well. It works. At this point, whether you have full Cruel and like 250% crit damage or Savage at 220% crit damage, it's sort of good enough. It's still a 2-hit kill between him and Seer. For the masteries, they have not really changed. We do have Helm Smasher here for the tier 6. Then we're going to move on to our Seer, which also has not changed. All right, so I showed her yesterday. Same thing right here. Nothing at all has changed on this champion so far. Again, I would love to go back to Helm Smasher maybe at some point. Then we're going to have our Renegade, which is all the way down here. She also hasn't changed. Her gear is pretty much the same. Skills are all done, except I have changed the masteries to now have Evil Eye, Lore of Steel, but no Cycle of Magic. But here as well, we do have a Selfless Defender, and we also have a Bulwark. All right, so this is really important to have, because basically, again, you are mitigating the damage of your Septimus so he does not get one-shotted by this. Now let's go check a run, which I'll admit right now fails most of the time, but still it's nice to have a record. All right, so AoE decrease defense and weaken into a Seer nuke. Then we go on to the second wave, we reset the skills, and we do that again. Nuke. That's it. All right. So far, Gerbtuck has not taken a turn. Now we start going into a couple of skills here from our champions. We got turn meter reduction right there. Septimus is going to take a turn, not kill one of the adds, and right there we're going to take a hit from the Ice Golem. So we got to mitigate that damage first. So right here, shield sets would be pretty good, and the Bulwark and Selfless Defender masteries from Gerbtuck and Renegade are coming into play. All right. So this is the first part of taking some damage from the boss. I don't think there's any way to prevent from taking even 1 hit. Then don't forget, we're going to nuke with Seer, which is going to trigger a Frigid Vengeance. So you also need to survive that hit. All right, so let's keep going here. Right there, boom. And now we're almost dead. All right, so literally we are almost dead. We would come back alive, right? Because he's going to try and revive the adds, but it's going to be blocked by Lydia. Now, if we do revive, Septimus will come back, but he's not going to have his poison debuffs from Gerbtuck. Therefore, he's not going to hit as hard. So you still want to survive. But then you're going to tick those poison debuffs, and you got to ensure you have enough HP to survive that before you go into his Holy Sword. All right, so that's kind of the hard part here, is that you have to like finely tune your survivability. and your speed and your damage. But there you have it, 37 seconds for my Ice Golem record. But because it fails most of the time, probably less than 50% success rate, I actually use this team right here, which is a little bit safer in the sense that I do wipe, I do lose Septimus, I lose Seer, but then I come back with a Arbiter, and I do get extra damage from the Bad Alcazar, and when everything lines up with this team, I can get about 1 minute and 7 seconds. It can go all the way up to 2 minutes. But because I never farmed the Ice Golem, because I don't really care about that gear, for the time being, I set a record, and I'm just going to play it safe when I need to do a tournament, all right? So just wanted to put that out there. And finally, here's the great haul for you guys in case you want to, you know, compare stats. It's not me flexing. I'm just showing, you know, in case you guys want to see everything here. Okay, so there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hopefully you've learned something today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.